Hi, my name is Matt. I'm an independent health and nutrition researcher with just one quick, short message to share with you this holiday season. Now, I know what you think. It's the holidays, and Health Wonder Boy here is going to tell me not to overeat, pass up the cookies, take some magical combination of Chinese herbs and some new superfood secret Brazilian berry extract, and chastise me for not leaving Santa a kale salad to set a good example for the kids. Well, not exactly. In fact, I'd like to strongly discourage you from trying to become healthy. Specifically, I'm talking about New Year's resolutions. Yeah, those. What's the most common New Year's resolution? To lose weight, of course. It's the most common, probably because it's the one so few achieve. Yet it lingers and weighs on everybody's mind all year long. And no matter whether you are fat or thin, young or old, odds are the resolution to shed a few pounds is near the top of your list for the upcoming year. With the standards set by the covers of men's and women's magazines, few of us ever look in the mirror and say, "Yep, I'm good. I look just like one of them there cover models, total six-pack. Think I'll learn to play the guitar, give some money to charity this year, because I couldn't possibly look any hotter." Well, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be healthier. Our health is always a work in progress and something that we have to give some upkeep if we expect to stay in the condition we want it to. But the problem is, you cannot try to lose weight. If you do, you'll be much more likely to suffer health consequences, not reap rewards. You'll also be more likely to gain fat over the course of not only the year, but every year after that for the rest of your life. I bet that sounds crazy to you, so let me explain. This is a simple message to be sure, but for many of you, this is the single most important health message you will ever receive. So listen closely. And prepare yourself, because this is going to be one of the wildest things you've ever heard about health, being lean, and living a long and prosperous life in a body that you love. For centuries, it's been believed that our choices of how much to eat and how much to exercise controlled how much fat we store on our bodies. In extreme cases, such as with sumo wrestlers who intentionally eat as much food as they can possibly get down the hatch every day, this is true. But modern obesity research has shown that the amount of fat we burn versus the amount of fat we store is regulated no differently than the amount of air we inhale and exhale, or the amount of blood that goes in and out of our heart, just on a bigger time scale, years instead of seconds. That's why when you lose weight by restricting your diet, whether it be a vegan diet or low-carb diet, or just cut back your food portions while doing more exercise, you gain the weight back later. Doesn't matter how you restrict your diet, your chances of success with any such approach is microscopic. In fact, when 1 to 5% of dieters succeed long-term according to whatever statistics you're looking at, and there are 7 million people in, say, the United States with a diagnosed eating disorder, that doesn't leave room for many people that lost weight successfully without developing anorexia or bulimia in the process. So your fate is almost assuredly failure, unless you happen to be one of those gung-ho perfectionist psychos who manage to eat next to nothing or at least vomit the food you do eat. And it's not just the weight battle you lose, but your health, sanity, and self-esteem take giant leaps in the wrong direction with each round of this that you repeat. Take it from me. I was once a pro at trying every day to exercise as much as possible and eat as little as I could stand. Traditional dieting approaches like the ones I mentioned don't work because none of these approaches convince your body that it's okay to let go of fat. In actuality, this sends a very sharp message to the body that there are various types of famines that it needs to be prepared for. So what does it do? It gives itself a total makeover on the inside that lowers your body temperature and metabolism, makes you feel tired, and most of all makes you really, really, really hungry until all those lost pounds return to their former home, usually bringing some friends along with them for a permanent sleepover. If you've failed at dieting before, and you've gone 0 for 20 in trying to lose weight and keep it off as your New Year's resolution already, take it easy on yourself. It's not your fault. Your body does the best it can with the signals you send to it based on the food you eat, the feelings you feel as you eat that food, and the emotional states you experience surrounding food. I mean, think about the wisdom behind our bodies. 2 little measly cells connected between mom and pops, and in those cells was encoded every little bit of information to trigger the growth of your hair, your fingernails. Your heart formed and started beating, your eyes grew and allowed light to enter and bend in such a way that you could see an eagle flying a mile away. Hundreds of neurotransmitters in your brain, some not even discovered by science yet, started to take action, controlling everything from how miserable and cranky you feel when you haven't eaten enough, hint, hint, to the feeling in your stomach the first time you held hands with someone. Truly remarkable intelligence. It's the greatest level of intelligence we know of in the universe. And you, who can't even remember where you left your keys, is going to outsmart that by taking diet pills, counting calories on the treadmill, substituting artificial sweeteners for calorie-rich sugar, and only eating until you're 80% full? Wow, you really are retarded. It's okay, we all are. It took me a decade of fighting against my body and years of meticulous study just to realize how much smarter my body is than my mind. But once you realize that, you then have the ability to listen to this infinite ocean of intelligence and try to give it what it wants. When you obey the body as its humble servant, it can do amazing things. Things we never could have dreamed possible, like maintaining or even losing weight eating twice the amount of food you are currently eating, assuming you are sleeping a lot and not over-exercising, or gaining 20 pounds of muscle without exercise. How do you do it? It's simple. Eat exactly what you want, when you want, to the point of thorough satisfaction every single day for the rest of your life. We now have nearly 100 studies showing that restrained eating causes weight gain and health problems, not to mention restrained eating sucking something awful and taking up a bunch of your time and mental energy, making you feel like crap, betraying your body, and feeling guilty when you fail. Enough is enough. Don't spend another day eating a restricted diet. You also have to pay close attention to other cues your body gives. You need to get plenty of sleep, not press through the pain or pop a pill when you're not feeling your best. You need to pay attention and eat the type of meals and foods that make your body and mind feel good. You have to confront chronic stress in your life as well, one of which, to be sure, is dieting. And keep in mind that starvation is the original form of biological stress and the exact reason why any form of persistent stress can cause weight gain, to keep you from starving. Listen, when you can eat anything in the world without judgment, no forbidden foods, and no one is forcing you to move a muscle, there's simply no psychological or biological drive to pig out on foods that make you feel crappy and spend all day glued to your desk or sofa. The end result is that you live healthier than you ever have before, not because you should, but because you want to. When eating to feel good and obey the body as its humble servant, listening carefully to its subtle commands, who the hell needs a gut-busting, butt-clogging donut? Who would ever sit all day long getting stiff and achy and stagnant and stale? Who would stay up until 4 a.m. pounding Red Bull and swilling beer? But don't go thinking you can't do those things. You can do any of them. It's your life now. Mommy is not going to spank you. You are totally free. And when you are, and you are no longer sending stress signals to your body with lots of guilt, shame, and self-consciousness about your body, the body refuses to store extra fat. Eating 2 pints of ice cream like I did the other night, or 4 double cheeseburgers like I did last Monday, had absolutely no impact on my weight whatsoever. And it won't on yours either once you just let go, give up, quit the fight. When you refuse to stop trying to lose fat, your body will give up trying to store it. When you give up your fear of gaining fat, your body will give up its fear of losing fat. It kills me to see good-intentioned people go to war with themselves, do all kinds of damage, fail miserably, and view it as a personal failure in willpower. I refuse to sit on the sidelines and watch people make the same dumb mistakes I did. It doesn't have to be this way. Being healthy is easy. Losing weight is something that comes effortlessly and easily for many who simply eat to nourish, avoid restraint and deprivation when it comes to eating at all costs, and move towards the things in life they really want. Do what you love instead of pissing your life away with preoccupations and insecurities about your weight and the guilt trips and self-deprecating thoughts that surround the whole dieting mentality and pathological fixation on weight. That's what making a New Year's resolution should be about. Following your dreams, following your passions in life, learning new things, researching your favorite topics, and making a firm pact with yourself to always be on your side. Never at war internally over something as natural and biological as our simple cues for food, rest, and relaxation. Come chill out and learn how to trust and take care of your body in very simple but revolutionary ways at 180degreehealth.com. Start out by reading my free ebook on how to take those first steps toward calling a truce and getting your appetite and metabolism in a perfect and effortless balance that you can maintain on autopilot for life, freeing you up to live a life truly worth living. Hey, thanks for listening, and have the healthiest year you've ever had by not trying to lose X amount of pounds or eat X number of Brussels sprouts, but by honoring your body, treating yourself well, ending your binge and repent attitude toward food and exercise, and truly letting go. When you stop trying to be healthy and stop intellectualizing all your food and lifestyle choices, you may just find that amazing things can happen.